Okay, hi everyone. Thank you for attending my remedial lesson for today. Now, I just want to go through a little bit of the questions for N level 2023 paper 1. Now, this is one of the questions that I need to highlight again, right? Question 13b. Now, x is this following number, the highest common factor of x and 8,000. So we are going to look at two numbers in particular. First one is the number 8,000. Wait, let me write bigger. Okay, so first I have the number 8,000. 8,000 is made up of 2 to the power 6, 5 to the power 3. And I have another number x, which is 2 to the power of a something, 3 to the power of b something, and 5 to the power of something c. Okay, we always start with the highest common factor first. The highest common factor means both of them must have the same factors or whichever, okay, according to the question, highest common factor. So the highest common factor is 2 and 5 cubed. So what does that mean? That means my x to start off with must have a factor 2 and 5 cubed. So this one will not be an unknown. So this one for the time being, I should change it to the number 5 cubed. So minimally, it starts with 5 cubed. Next one, after that, I have the LCM. Lowest common multiple is 2 to the power of 6. So if I have 2 to the power of 6, this one over here, 8,000, already have 2 to the power of 6. So there is actually no need for me to have additional power for my power 2 for x over here. So this stays as power 1. Okay, if I increase the power over here, the highest common factor, this one, the power will change. But since this is only 2, that means this factor here can only be power 1. Next one, notice that there is a 3 square. What does that tells you about this power over here? It means I have a 3 square. This one minimally have a 3 square. Why is that so? Because in the number 8,000, there is no 3 square. So this one will have be the only one that contains 3 square. Next one, observe the power. This is 5 to the power of 4. But if I were to have originally 5 cube, there's nothing with 5 to the power of 4. That means this one over here, this power have to change to become power 4 now. So I have to change this to 5 to the power of 4 now in order to fit this power. Okay, so if that's the case, I have found my x. X will be the number 2 to the power of 1, 3 to the power of 2, and 5 to the power of 4. Okay, let's compare 5 to the power of c. So let's compare what is exactly A. A will be the number, the power 1. B will be the power 2. And C will be the power 4. Okay, so this one is some of the stuff that you need to go through. Maybe you need to read this again, highlight this again. Right, then I'm going to continue with today's paper in class. Question number 21. Right, question number 21. The height of a cylinder is 5 times the diameter of a cylinder. So I do not know. I have h equals to 5 over 4 times diameter. Okay, then they give me that the radius of the cylinder is r. If radius is r, that means the diameter will be 2 times of r, which is 2r. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to replace this diameter by r because they want it in terms of r. So I'm going to replace this by 5 over 4 times the diameter, change to the number to r. Simplifying this algebraic fraction, that will become 5 over 2r. So express h in terms of r, h will now be equal to 5 over 2r. Is this okay? Next, volume of a cylinder. What does a cylinder look like? A cylinder has a circular base with a height. So volume of cylinder is base area of a circle. What's the formula for area of circle?
Pi r square.
So pi r square times the height is equals to 364. But remember, what have we found the height to be? The height has become 5 over 2r already. So the height has become 5 over 2r. I'm going to replace this into my height over here. So this one will become pi r square times 5 over 2r. Let's simplify this portion a little bit. R squared times R gives me R cubed. 5 over 2 pi equals to 364. Okay, so next thing is we need to get rid of the numbers first. I'm going to get rid of 5 over 2 pi. So R cubed will be equals to 364 divided by 5 over 2 pi, the whole thing. Then if I don't want the cube, how to get rid of the cube?
Cube root.
Correct. Then we take cube root of 364 divided by 5 over 2 pi. Then you key this into your calculator, you should be able to get your answer. Anyone got the answer already? No answer, no response. Anyone got the answer already? What's the answer that
It
I
was
get?
like 4 point something something. I
Oh,
got
you
the
hand out the
answers.
paper, you hand out the paper already, man, or what?
3.5920.
Okay. I hand out. Yeah, you hand out the paper today, huh? Is it? Oh, yeah. That means my homework. I got
Oh wait,
homework.
no, I have it here.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't
I
had
got this answer. Haven't hand out, huh? Okay. Then next one. Do you need help for question 22?
No.
No, huh? No, then I skip. Yeah. This one question 22 will come up for tomorrow. That's Okay,
Sure,
next
I
one. Question.
got 4.5256.
Do you put cube root or you put square root?
Cube root.
Can you check your answer again? Do you put
Oh, I divided by pi. I did 364 over pi.
then the 5 over 2 eh?
5 over 4.
You check again, Okay. Then this one, question number 23. A sector has radius 15, angle 75. Find the arc length. So arc length, very simple. Angle theta, which is 75, over 360 times arc length. Arc length is pi r square or 2 pi r?
Pi r.
2 pi.
2 pi r, correct. Right? So they want the numbers, so just key the answer. 75 over 360 times 2 times pi times 15. Okay, then be careful. Sometimes the question say leave your answer in terms of pi. When you want to leave your answer in terms of pi, you calculate all the number. You calculate all the number, you leave out the pi. Then you put it as a fraction something pi. Okay, so if not, then you just round it off to the 3 sig feet. Next part of the question, part B. A solid is formed by placing a cone radius r on top of a hemisphere radius r cm. The slant height is 8 cm. Now, first thing to take note, this is the slant height. This is the radius. And then this one over here is the height. Okay, the three of them forms a right angle triangle. Now the question doesn't give me whatever that I need. It tells me things that I need to do. Other piece of information. The curved surface area. Curved surface area of hemisphere. First one, let's check our cover page. Cover page will say curved surface area of sphere is given by the formula 4 pi r squared. This is given in the formula sheet. But they won't make your life so easy because this one is a hemisphere, meaning the curved surface area 4 pi r squared times a half. Okay, This portion say is 200. So this thing is equal to 200 cm square. Okay, do y'all get this? This one I write down now. Curved surface hemisphere.
So what if I write 2 pi r square?
2 pi r square, or can, because you already calculated the thing directly, or you wrote some, you remember some other formula directly.
Yeah.
No problem, because 4 times 2 simplify will become 2 pi r square, correct? Good. Then the next thing is we want to get r square. The only thing that I can find will be the r square, right? So I'm going to divide away the 2 pi. So 200 over 2 pi, or divide by 2 pi. I don't want my square, so I take square root. Okay, either you can write this or can write in the fraction, no problem. So from here, I managed to find my square root 200 divided by 2 pi, and that gives me 5.64189. 19 then. So this is my radius. I'm not going to round off to 368 yet because it's not my final answer. Now they ask me for curved surface area of cone. This formula is also given in the formula sheet. Curved surface of cone. Anyone know what's the formula?
1/3.
1/3 is volume.
Pi rl.
Thank you. Pi RL. Okay, Lynn, you got it half correct. 1/3 is the one for volume of cone. Okay, so pi RL, pi.
Why not me?
Oh, not you, that one Elisa.
No, that one Xing En.
Xing En, really?
Yeah.
Anyhow. Okay, 1/3 times radius, 5.6419. What is the slant height? Where is
8.
the slant height? 8. 8 is my slant height over here. Okay, so plug in the slant height over here. This is 8. Then round off. Okay, there get the formula, get the answer. And I got my answer 141.796. Round it off, 142 cm square 3 SF. Is this okay? Okay, So if this portion is done, then I'm going to continue with compound interest. 4 questions, 4 short questions. Is that okay? Okay, I already posted the compound interest worksheet on Google Classroom already. I also sent to the class chat because some of you don't have Google Classroom. Right, so I should begin with compound interest question number 1. Now, Grace deposited P dollars into an account that pays a compound interest of 1.85% per annum at the end of 3 years. So you got P, you got your interest rate R, you have your N equals to the number 3. All right, and then this is amount. Question, is this the total amount or is it the principal amount?
Principal.
Oh, read the question again. Total or principal? Because the principal, do they know the principal that this started with? They don't know, right? So this one is the work backwards question. So this one is your principal amount, but this one is your total amount. Okay. Oh, who's the one that's here? Hello. Okay, so this is the one that's your total amount. So we're going to work backwards and then I fill in our formula. Total amount in the compound formula equals to P bracket 1 plus R over 100 to the power of N. Must always remember there's 2 portions to it. This part is the total amount. So I should replace this with 2509.26. The P I do not know. 1 plus interest rate is 1.85 over 100 to the power of 3. This one is the easier version where you work backwards. You notice that this whole portion over here can be calculated as a number. Okay, so it's just a number. So in this case, if I want to find P, this is multiplication, right? I'm going to undo the multiplication and take 2509.26 divided by 1 plus 1.85 over 100 power 3. Okay, is this okay? Who is here? Fatiha. Hello. Okay, so in this question here, we just need to work backwards. Okay, plug in the numbers that we have. The numbers are easy to do, so still okay. Divide by 1 plus 1.85 over 100 power 3. Okay, and I got my answer, P to be equals to 2374.99. The question asks us to round it off to the nearest whole number. So this one will be $2375. This is the principal amount. Is this part of the question okay? How? Okay, not Ken? Yes, okay. So if this one is okay, this one is a simpler version, okay? There are still slightly harder ones at the back. Question number 2, Mrs. Wong invested a sum of money. Again, do I know the original sum of money? The original sum of money, I do not know. I'll put it as P, principal. In the bank for 30 months, 30 months, which offers a 3.5% per annum compounded interest rate, compounded yearly. Highlight, exclamation. This one is compounded yearly. That means the time over here must be changed to, instead of months, this is compounded yearly. I need to change this timing into years because it's compounded yearly. If the question is compounded monthly, then I change the time and the percentage all to months. But since it's compounded yearly, I will have my percentage in terms of year. Then the time period also need to change to years. So 1 year have 12 months. So I take 30 over 12. 30 divided by 12, not a very nice number, or 2.5, which is the number 2.5 years. Okay, so this one first step must remember. Next, at the end of 30 months, she received a interest of this amount. Question, is this the principal amount?
Yes.
Read the
It's
word, read the
total.
keyword. Read the keyword. Is it the principal amount?
No.
No,
It's
it's
the
not.
tot-
Is
it's
it the
interest
wait?
plus
Is it the
P.
total? Is
No.
it the total?
Yeah,
It's
plus
also not the total. That's why I say this is a trick question. Is it the principal? It's not the principal. Amount P? No. Is it the total amount? P total amount? No. What is it? It is only interest. Okay, interest. Then the question is, the formula starts with total amount equals to P plus 1, A1 plus R over 2 power N. How to find the total amount? I only have the interest. My total amount comes from taking my original P plus my interest of $1,347.15. That means take the original plus this interest to become your total amount. Okay, that's why I say it's a trick question. It's normal to make mistake. The P I still do not know. 1. Now, what is the interest rate to put?
3.5.
Correct. 3.5. Power. Is it power 30? Power 2 point?
2.5.
Correct. Power 2.5. The trickier question. Okay. So this one got a few traps down here. First one, this one is not the principal amount. This is not the total amount. This is only the interest. If it's the interest, how do we find the total? We take original plus the interest. Okay. Original, I'll write this as 1p. Is that all right? Then the next thing to take note, this whole thing is actually just a number. I'm going to calculate this number and find out this is how many p. 1 plus 3.5 over 100 power 2.5. I got 1.08981234. Okay, so what is this? This is actually 1.0898 times P, it becomes 1.0898 P. Do you understand how do I get this portion over here? You're okay? Sure? Confirm? Don't know. You need me to explain again? I key this whole thing into a calculator, right? I get this number. This is times P, right? So whatever number times P, this is the coefficient, the number in front. Okay, so what is my purpose of doing this? Notice there's a 1 unit here. What we can do, we can shift the 1 unit over to subtract away. Okay, so that I'm left with 1347.15. But this one will be, take this whole thing, minus 1 unit of P. So you are left with 0.0898 units of P. Suddenly all go quiet. You all know what's happening or not? Hello, hello. Do y'all understand this portion? No, nobody reply me.
Yes.
Confirm, Okay, then I'm going to move on already, Okay, then the next step, I want to get P only. I don't want this whole number. I divide by 0.0898. Can get my answer. 1347.15 divided by 0.0898. And I get my answer 15,001.67. Okay, find the sum of money that was invested. So this case, I will have to round it off to 2dp, which is this answer. So P is equals to this. Okay, most likely I have round off my number, so the number didn't appear to be a very nice number. If not, I believe the number could be 15000. Right? If I add a few more decimal places over here, or a few more sig fig, then we should be able to get an accurate answer. Okay, but this is also correct. Right? So this one is a trick question. Okay, first step, let me just highlight again. First thing, the number of months, this is compounded yearly. Months need to change to years. Second thing, after 30 months, this is interest. This is not the total amount. So how to find the total amount? I need to take principal plus the interest. Then I calculate this portion. This is just a number of units of letter P. I shift the P over to this side to get rid of the 1. So I'm left with this amount of percentages. Okay, this amount of number. So I divide by 0.0898 to get my final answer for P. Okay, so this one I think is worth quite a number of marks, easily 3 to 4 marks, right? A higher, trickier questions, right? Next question, I'm going to move on to next type. Next type, this one is a recent one that's quite popular, and they change the type question, may not be just written to you as compounded. Okay, they can ask for you. This one is similar to the one in our prelim paper where the height bounds, right? Then the other day we did another paper where the amount of money was repeatedly more increase. So this means, right, in June, 1st June 2020, this person opened an account by investing $1,200. So I start off with June, 1st June 2020. I have $1,200. The account paid 5% per annum compound interest with no further money added inside the account. Then they ask you by which year, meaning you are actually finding the end number of times, right? Will the account exceed the number? But the question is, did they actually give me the total amount over here? They never give me a total amount. They only tell me that this number of money must exceed this one. So normally students will try to do is they'll put total amount equals to P bracket 1 plus R over 100 to power n. Then they try to say, oh, I exceed 1,500. So let me find 1,500 lah. See whether it works or not. Okay, 5%. But the problem is this unknown here is in the power. When the unknown is in the power, it's very difficult for you to guess or work backwards to get this one unless you learn A math to do logarithm. So the only way that the question is trying to force you to do is cannot do the formula method. You have to do the long cut step by step. So what do? We notice I start off in 2020. So I have 2021. I'm paying 5% on top of whatever that I have. So originally it's 100%. I'm adding a 5%. Okay, so I'm actually 105% of whatever number that I have the previous year. Okay, I'm not going to work out the answer. I'm going to use this 2022. I still have another 105, 100% of the whole number, whatever this number is. Where did this come from? This comes from this whole thing. I'm going to put it inside here. Okay, observe the pattern. Year 1, 1050 only appear one time. Okay, year number 2, 1050 over 100 appear how many times? 2 times, correct or not? So what I need you to do is, can you all count this value for me? Press your calculator, count this value for me.
One,
What
two,
is this number?
one,
Huh?
two. The first one 1260, then the second one is 1323.
1323. No decimal place ah?
No.
Exactly ah. Wow. Okay. Then haven't exceed 1,500, right? Continue. 1050 to, I'm going to write this to the power of 3 times 1200 to shorten my working. Year 3, power 3. Just now was power 2, 2 times, right? So can you tell me what is this number? What do you get? I got the number 1389.15. Have it exceeded 1,500? Don't have. Continue to do 2004. What will be this working here?
105 over 100 to the power of 4 times.
Correct. You'll be to the power of 4. Then times 1,200. And I get 1458.6 075. Very near already, very near already. Then I do one more year, year 5. The working over here, 105 over 100 to the power of 5 times 1200. and I get the number 1531.537 something something. I'm going to round it off to the nearest number. So dollars. So this already exceeded $1,500. Then they ask you by which year? Which is this year? The year will be by 2025. Year 2025. Have you gotten the concept? So this is the question where, this type of question where you cannot use the formula one. Okay, because I use the formula, but I cannot find the power. The unknown is in the power. I do not know. Okay, so now so far we have found questions where the unknown is the P. Okay, the total amount also don't know, or need to change to months. The unknown is in the power. The next question, the unknown will be in the R. Okay, I chose the one for the, I think it's interest rate. Or yeah, correct. Okay, so this question got no number at all. Only got one number 10. Okay, let's take a look at this question. Shirley has a certain amount of money. So she has a certain amount of money. Original amount starts with the letter P. I put inside a fixed deposit, compounded annually. Okay, but she targets to double her money. If she doubles her money, originally starts with P. If she doubles her money, the total amount after 10 years will be how many P? Minimally.
2P.
Correct. So this 2P now is my total amount, or maybe can even be more than that, right? Okay, and the number of years is 10 years. Did they give me the interest rate? I don't know the interest rate. Formula begins with total amount equals to P bracket 1 plus R over 100 to the power of N. Question, what is going to be my total amount?
2P plus P.
2P plus P, no need already. The total amount, double her money, that the final is just 2P, no need to add one more P. Or you can take P plus P. Okay, so to at least double amount. So the total amount is 2 times. So it's just 2P. Okay, P bracket 1 plus interest rate, I do not know. But the power, how many years? 10 years. Okay, so the question now is, don't understand how to do, got so many unknown, one at a time. This is P times the whole thing, right? You notice there's a letter P, there's a letter P. What can I do to the letter P? Suddenly no sound. Both sides got letter P. What can we do to the letter P?
Is it divide?
You can divide away, correct. So after I divide away, I cancel on both sides. Will there be any more P? No more
No.
P already, right? So you're left with 2 equals to 1 plus R over 100 power 10. Next step, start from the outermost. This is power 10, outermost thing, right outside. How to undo power 10? How to undo square?
Square root.
How to undo cube?
Square root.
Cube root. So how to undo power 10?
10 root.
10.
10 root, correct. So it's the 10th root of the number 2. Then this side or over here, the power will disappear. No more power already. So 1 plus R over 100. Let's see what is 10 square root, 10 root 2. How do you know how to press this one or not? Shift, then you look for there's this button above the X square button. Okay, then you key the number 10 inside the small square, the number 2. Then I got my answer 1.071773463. Okay, I kiasu. Okay. So whatever that this number is equals to 1 plus something. Next one, how do I get R over 100? Don't want the number 1.
Minus
one.
Correct. Minus away 1, I'm left with 0.071773463. The Kiasumi acting up. How to get rid of 100?
Times 100.
Yes, times 100. So 7.177 something is the interest rate R. Okay, but I'm not done yet. We must read the question. So minimally, I must highlight the word minimum. Okay, minimum must be 7.1777%. Let's read the question. Give your answer as an integer. And they want to achieve your target. Question. Am I going to round this down to 7? Or am I going to round this up to 8?
Round up.
Yeah, why must round up? Why cannot round down?
If
I
round down,
have
then cannot get.
Correct. I have this number, right? It's just exactly 2 times correct, not the double. Imagine if my interest rate go down a little bit more, then I cannot get the 2 times already. So in this case, I don't have a choice. My interest rate will have to round up to 8 because the number must be at least or more than 7.177. So the answer final interest rate will be 8%. Have you gotten the concept? Okay, so I covered almost all the different types. The one that have fine P, the one that needs to change monthly, yearly and monthly, the one that the unknown is in the power. So when unknown is the power, it's the most tedious one. You need to work out step by step. Okay, and then the one that the unknown is in the interest rate. So these are the trickier questions where they work backwards. The other type of question are more straightforward. They'll give like find the total amount or find the interest, then you just minus and apply the formula, get an answer. Shouldn't be too difficult. Is this okay? All right. Okay, if you're okay with this, then we're done for the day. Thank you for attending my lesson.
Thank you. Bye,
Okay,
Madam Bong.
bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank
See
you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye. Good night.
Bye-bye. My mom says thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, good night.